Hi Sunshines, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, you just happen to click on this video because of the title. Hi, nice to meet you. I am Alba Ramos, known as Sunkissed Alba here on YouTube and everywhere else. And I wasn't always a natural girl, but due to life experiences, I have transitioned into a natural lifestyle in many different ways. And it's definitely a gradual transition that can be overwhelming in the beginning if you're trying to just be natural with everything in your life. You're probably gonna stress yourself out, and it's not supposed to be a stressful thing. But I totally get it, because when you start finding out that this is better than this and this is healthier than that, and maybe I should do this because it just makes sense, it can be super overwhelming because once you know, you want to do better. And the road is just much smoother if you take it step by step and learn along the way as you go. And that's what happened with me. I have never stopped learning. And most importantly, we're learning as a family in my household. Till this day, I'm always asked about how I transitioned and what is the most important things to transition. Most of you tell me that you don't even know where to start. And again, I totally relate. So finally, here is 6 ways that I transitioned into a natural lifestyle. Okay, so I'm trusting that you guys have done your own individual research. I am not a teacher or preacher or here to convince you that the natural route is better in any way. I'm just here to share my own experience and tips that work for me. And because you're here watching this video, you've come to the conclusion that our world, our food, our environment, our water, our air is contaminated with a lot of things that shouldn't be there, but it is. And therefore we find ourselves getting sicker and sicker, ourselves as in human beings in today's time. And of course there's a lot of factors, the toxins in our bodies and how much of it we consume every day from everything that's around us is a huge factor. So for me, starting from the inside out just makes a whole lot of sense. So the number one thing is starting with food. We started our journey at home as a family by changing our shopping habits, where we shop, and as we shopped in new stores that primarily only sell organic produce, lots of organic options when it comes to packaged foods, and just stores that are selling to that organic, clean ingredient, natural market. So instead of shopping at the local bodega down the block or the super common franchise supermarkets that everybody knows their name, and I'm not going to say them now because I don't want to get in trouble, that basically only sells crap foods. And they have a section of produce, but none of it is organic, and if there is some organic, it's very few, so you can't actually shop there with the intention of getting the majority of your items naturally. So because that's not the store to rely on, we started off by just Googling, looking around our neighborhood, and becoming familiar with what is the closest supermarket around us that fits our lifestyle. And during the time, I actually lived in Brooklyn, and I did not mind making the trip once a week or every few days with my son by myself to a store that was about 20 minutes away in a train ride. And it just became a habit for us to only go to those 2 particular stores. And once a week, every weekend actually, we would go to the Union Square Farmers Market in Manhattan. We would shop there, bring our compost there because they have a compost bin where you can drop off your compost. And that is how we stepped into the world of getting local, organic, grass-fed meat and dairy, which was perfect for us, and it became our weekly routine. And along the way, we got into the habit of reading ingredients, paying attention to ingredients, and becoming familiar with what we don't want and what we do want in our ingredients. Number 2, water. Water is extremely important, and I didn't know if I should put this as number 1 or number 2, but don't pay attention to the number 2 because water is just as important as number 1, which is food, because it goes hand in hand. We cannot survive without water, and not enough people are aware of the high contaminants that are in our tap water system and how unclean some of our bottled water sources are. So the first major investment that we made for our health in our home was getting a water filter. Now I have tried 3 different water filters in the past, but I get a lot of messages from you guys still that are asking me about old water filters that I've featured in my videos. Just to clear it up, they have all been good. The reason we've gotten all the other water filters is because of us seeing the results from the filters that it does remove a significant amount of contaminants from our water. Now moving forward to today, I use the AquaTru filter, and I've had it for like almost 4 years now, and I invested into it myself with our own money when it was really new in the market, and it was the first ever reverse osmosis countertop filter that doesn't require any under the sink installation. It just sits in your countertop, you plug it into the wall, put in tap water, and it filters out a great amount of contaminants. I will put links down below to my filter, the information on it, testing on it, and finally, after years of me showing this filter on my channel, my viewers, my subscribers, any of you watching can get a discount from me using a special link or a code. It will be down below in the description box as well for you guys to check that out. And I'm so happy that now whenever I speak about this filter, you guys can invest in it and benefit from the discount that I'm providing you guys after years of me just promoting and featuring AquaTru without any affiliation with the brand. And yeah, you guys finally get a great discount. The number 3 transition is home cleaning products. That is another big one, because the same way you don't want to contaminate your body from the inside out, it's very contradictory to spray a bunch of toxins in your home to clean it and then expose yourself, your kids, and your pets to these toxins, which are not good for our immune system. And I'm going to remind you that this is a gradual change as I change my shopping habits, and especially if you're on a budget, the way that you clean your home will actually save you so much money. Because one thing that I have learned and applied is that you don't actually need a ton of products to get your entire home clean. You don't need a specific floor cleaner, a window cleaner, countertop cleaner. You could actually use one cleaner that's vinegar based, maybe with a little essential oil in there, and a simple soap like Dr. Bronner's. Just one soap that is affordable, and it's a large size, and it's multi-purpose. Can serve as a floor cleaner. You can wash your dog, you can wash your body, you can wash your hair, you can clean your tub, scrub it, clean your toilet with it. You could do so much with one bottle of Dr. Bronner's. And your laundry, oh my gosh, I feel like the laundry part was the tougher transition when I first started, because there is a difference in how you use and how you wash your clothes with a natural detergent versus a detergent filled with toxins that's chemical based and stronger. But once you get that natural process down, trust me, honey, you are set. And I absolutely love doing laundry. And just so you know, I do have 2 videos featuring how I do laundry. It's called like Clean With Me or my cleaning routine. Type it in the YouTube search and it'll be right there. And I'm actually going to do a 3rd updated cleaning video as well very soon. Number 4 would be bath and body products, and that goes along with feminine hygiene and feminine menstrual products as well. So all of that is under the same boat, and although it's number 4, it is just as important as your cleaning products. So after I already got accustomed to shopping for cleaner food, only drinking clean water out of my filter, cleaning my home with a minimal amount of products that are naturally based, I eventually started off buying natural hair products because that seemed like the easiest thing for me to do within my transition. And then eventually I transitioned into cleaning out my bathroom little by little and switching up my skincare routine from the cheap stuff that I would get at a drugstore to a simple routine with higher quality ingredients that are organic, without toxins. And I just stuck with the one Dr. Bronner's soap for a very long time. I didn't really dabble into a lot of like different body washes or anything like that. And yes, it can be a little drying for skin, but it is a strong soap and it's meant for multi-purpose. So you can dilute it if you want. I never really diluted it much. So switching up my skincare, my hair products, my body products, my menstrual products like my pads, tampons, were also organic. And if you're wondering if I have a video on that as well, yes I do. I have a video all about my menstrual products and what I do for cramps. And I also have a couple of shower routines or feminine hygiene routines, whatever you want to call them. They should be popping up right here somewhere, or you can click the links down below, that'll also be there. And the reason why bath and body products are so important is because our skin absorbs anything that we put on top of it. So if you're slathering a toxin-filled lotion on your body, you better believe it's going to go into your body and enter your bloodstream. Number 5 is actually skincare products and makeup. Makeup was something I left for last because it was just so overwhelming. And it actually took me like 2 years to exclusively only use non-toxic organic ingredients when it comes to makeup. And not all natural brands are equal. So I had to find the right skincare for me. So it took me a while to do that. And with makeup, there's just so many different categories: primers, foundations, concealers, eyeshadows, blush, lipstick. Oh my gosh, the list goes on. And it will be extremely expensive if you try to switch all of your makeup all at once. Like, it just does not work as a girl who likes makeup to say, I'm gonna throw out or give away all the makeup I have and buy everything new. Having no experience with natural makeup, you need to work your way in there. So the way that I did it was I switched out my foundation and my concealer first, and everything else I used was still the standard name brand stuff from drugstores and some high-end stores as well. And for me, that was necessary because I am a woman of color and I need to make sure that the foundation and concealer that I'm using is the right color and the right match for my skin. And in the beginning, that was very tough because a lot of the things that I was trying was making my skin look gray or ashy or like beige. What I did at the beginning, because it is very expensive to just buy full-size amounts of products, I saved so much money in trying things out, sending emails to different companies that I was interested in, and I would just tell them, look, I don't know what my color is, I don't know if your foundation is right for me, can you please send me a sample so that I can try it out before buying a full-size product? And most of the time they would either help me out by matching me to my right color or just send me a sample because I requested for one. Some of them actually provided samples on the site, like Alba Pure used to do this. They had samples on the site, I don't know if they still do today, and it was only like $1.50 for each sample of foundation and concealer, which came in a really small jar. And once I finally found something that I felt comfortable with using often, like the Alba Pure foundation and the RMS Uncover Up, which I still use today, even though I ventured off to a lot of different brands as well. Those brands that I used to use at the beginning are still here. And Beauty Counter, I've been using Beauty Counter since the start. Still use it today. We have come such a long way when it comes to the beauty products because now there are stores like Flame and Credo Beauty. Everything in their store is non-toxic and only made with clean ingredients. And Flame and Credo Beauty have different locations in the United States. But if you can't find a location in your state, there's also an online website where everything on their website is non-toxic and clean. And lastly, number 6 is clothing. Clothing is something that I cannot say yet that I have fully transitioned into, but what I can say is that I have been very mindful of the fabrics and garments that I am buying and putting on my body. But clothing is still a huge deal, which is why I had to put it in here. And most of us are already used to the idea of looking at our food labels or our product labels, but not many of us are used to looking at the labels in our garments. And I am guilty of that too, so I definitely wanted to get behind the Make It Feel Right campaign and help bring awareness to how biodegradable fibers use less of the earth's resources to create them. Like this t-shirt I'm wearing right now, which is 100% wood-based fibers and 100% biodegradable. And many consumers don't know that 2/3 of our textiles are made of non-biodegradable synthetic fibers and plastics that usually end up in landfills. So I want you to know that there are sustainable alternatives made with wood-based fibers or tensile fibers. So if you're interested in clothing yourself with a sustainable material that just feels right, make sure you check out the Make It Feel Right campaign. The link will be down below because they're aiming to educate people on shopping for sustainable fashion clothing, how to look for them and where to shop for them. So I encourage you guys to check out makeitfeelright.com to learn more. And thanks to this campaign, I'm also learning more about it myself. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and of course there's a lot more categories when it comes to the natural world. I created this list based on the things that are most important to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye, sunshines.